Hey guys, Mitsu here. Welcome back to another episode of AR Defense. Or rather, mock battles. It's been a while since I made the last one. It's been a while since I last recorded a video, as a matter of fact. And so, yeah, I have an assignment out of the way. I have a bit of a time buffer now where I can sort of do something a bit more relaxed, maybe once or twice a day. So I thought it's about time I do something a bit more enjoyable again, other than programming on my damn computer. So, today is a mock battle of DarkCobalt's defense. He's been a guest before, but I believe that was his light defense. I think, if I remember. I'll check again. But in any case, I do think we have tested his defense before. This is an anima defense. Now, let me just go through the units. We have an unmerged Thrast here. I'm guessing you just forgot the S-slot. A +1 Lysithea. One day I hope you get a plus attack or plus speed IV. It'll help her a lot. We have an Azura with Hone Attack 7. Hone Attack 4 rather, right? It gives 7 buff, but it's not Hone Attack 7. We have a minus attack Alm, F. We have a neutral unmerged Mirabilis with her base kit and an Iode shield, which I'm not big fan of personally, but I'll get into that. And then we have a minus speed Eliwood who just I'm not a fan of that. So my thoughts in general. Eliwood is annoying here, not as an attacking unit, but as a ruse unit, because he moves around, he ruses, he gets you your units. And then if you try to bait somebody, well, now you're rused and you oftentimes miss the kill. And that way he can be annoying. Not a threat, doesn't do enough damage. He's not fast enough either, by the way, right? Most of the times you're going to have a way to avoid getting a chill, or you're going to try to do so. So I'll just show my first clear where you'll see how that works. So just that is clear. That is my tank. I think this is the first time I actually showcased this, so I'm very much looking forward to showing you what has been in the works, because I've not really had a chance to do so, unfortunately. Now, let's see if I get this right the first time. This is how I remember it working. We shall see if it does work out. So the basic logic is that Echidna is well and truly fast enough to do this. She gets, like, when she's getting the drives and everything from Corrin, she's getting like +8 to her speed. She's getting a solo seal. She's getting another +4, +10, +18. So she's like, that's off the top of my head. I haven't actually calculated this out in detail, but I do think she's reaching at nearly 60 speed at least. Now, she's not getting the chill because I've given Naga HP speed seal fully upgraded so that she has enough speed to soak chills. Corrin has the higher base stat total in the offenses with his higher attack, so he hits the Bright Shrine. And Altina has enough defenses so that she gets hit by the Death Shrine. Now, I'll probably have to change some things once I fully upgrade Echidna. She's currently at +6, so that I can still kind of soak the chills with other units, but that's the sort of general way this works. Now, I can bait Eliwood, no problem. I mean, he's also getting debuffed, so right? It's a week where the cavalry school hits him, so it's even worse for him. Now, you just do this, move up, and if I remember everything correctly, this should be fine. Oh no, enemy face music. Yuck. Oh well. Oops! I did not mean to press. Too loud. I can barely hear myself. So, as you can see at this point, it's, I've taken out 2 of the threats, and I'm basically fine. Now, here is something to note, and really, really, really note. Lysithea doesn't move first because she has an assist, right? Always keep your assists in mind and what they mean in terms of movement priority. Lysithea doesn't move if she cannot attack, and the dancers will move first. And this is how this works out. I can just bait with Well, I can even bait here if I want to, but I'll just bait here.
Been waiting for this.
Just Or do I? Yeah, that's how I did it last time, so I'll just do this. I'll bait here, and Azura attacks. Since there's nothing else she can do, right? She's not getting rallied, and so she cannot have an active dance assist at any point in time, so she attacks instead. Alm attacks, but, yeah, he's not even close to fast enough.
I always make a splash.
Oh god, Lawrence, you are so creepy. Yep. And here it comes. There comes Oh! Oops, I think I forgot something. Yep, I did forget something.
You won't escape.
Oh well. It still works out, I guess.
Don't try to run.
So is this the ideal clear I wanted? Definitely not, but it works out still. So we can do this, then we can take out Lysithea, since she's always drawing back into that corner there. And now all I have to do is go towards the pod, and the way I do that is I just bait with Lawrence.
We'll swim circles around them.
Oh gosh, why are you so creepy? Do I do that though? Yeah, I do.
Shall we dive in? All right.
Gosh. Lawrence is such a creep. He is such a creep, it's not even funny. Alright then, so how do we do this again? I believe we just do it like this.
Been waiting for this.
This.
Let's go.
Like this. We can also start moving towards here, and then we should be fine. So the basic logic is that Lawrence is going to be attacked by Mirabilis, but of course she's not going to be doing enough damage to him, and then we can just push up Echidna and take the pot.
Of course.
That's so. Yes. With utter certainty.
And now comes the quad! But she's not gonna need it.
Down.
And that is that. That's the first clear. So yeah, regarding that clear, the big thing to consider here is the assists, right? I mean, you can manipulate the AI's movement order, and you don't want the dancers to move first when your nuke is still in play. You want your nuke to move first. If you remember my defense, my Lysithea doesn't have an assist for exactly that reason. If the other kind of nukes I have are out of play or whatever, she's the one to move first. And once she moves first, then she is an active target for a dance assist. And then her range is quite large because now she's moved effectively 4 spaces. That's how I get some of the Bridal Fjorm plays, which try to isolate the correct Mirabilis on my defense team, but then they're actually in range of a dance Lysithea. And, well, then, you know, you've already lost a unit, and can you clear the others? Not quite clear. In any case, that's a sort of thing to consider. Like, again, your assists, what do they do? Yeah, now let's get to my second clear. Alright then, I made a bit of a cut because I think Cobalt changed something in the meantime. I was wondering what it was. I think it was the placement of Alm. And so this clear wasn't working as I had tested it. And I was wondering why. I mean, okay, it is almost 11 p.m., so I am kind of excused in being a bit tired and maybe not noticing the difference. But, you know, I now have a similar way to clear with my Goat Flyers team. And so the basic logic is the same as it would have been if Alm was somewhere else. Now, I'm just going to break a few different structures, just so that the unit movement works in the way I want it to.
I'm ready.
So, when I say the way I want it to, the main threat here,
Consider it done.
in terms of unit movement, is Lysithea ending up in a way that she can draw back one of the dancers, who moves first, and then getting danced by Legendary Azura. So usually she would draw back Mirabilis because she would be right behind her. Say if I broke this, then Eliwood would move down, Alm would move down, he'd get danced by Azura, and yeah, what happens ultimately is that Lysithea is behind Mirabilis. They're the only two units left because I can take out the rest. And then Mirabilis moves first, sorry, I should work on my enunciation. Because Lysithea has that movement assist. And so Mirabilis moves first, Lysithea draws her back, she then gets danced by Azura, and then she can reach well into my back lines. And that's where she would always take out my units. Now this clear doesn't have that problem because Lysithea just doesn't get into a position in order to get to draw back a dancer and then get danced by another. So what is common? Do I have my animations? I don't think I do. Let's put them on. So
I see.
What is common is I snipe Grassy, who's very easy to snipe on this map if you have a flyer. Now, of course, she's in the danger area, so I just snipe, take her out of the way. I can leave Lawrence here. Nobody is going to get in the way, right? If you look at this, just obviously. Eliwood has no rally target. Why doesn't he have a rally target? He would only rally if I was in attacking range.
Utter certainty.
If I was in a range where I could attack any of your units, then he would rally them. But I can't, right? Because I'm behind the barrier. So, right, he's no reason to rally. He'll move first as the melee unit. He'll move here. Now, even if somebody gets danced, since Eliwood is in the spot where they can attack Lawrence, I can just leave him there and I don't have to worry. Right, as you see, nothing to worry about. Lovely. Now, Lawrence can take out Eliwood because Eliwood is just being, well, debuffed a lot. He just doesn't have a lot of res, frankly. And yeah, I mean, you really have to consider whether you want to keep Eliwood here. All he's adding, in my opinion, is this rally and ruse. Yeah, so we can just take him out. All is too weak in order to take out Lawrence. As a matter of fact. And yeah, so I can just, you know, bait Alm with Lawrence, and then I can bait Azura with Sita, because I really don't have any reason for worry. Young Sita social distancing as she should. Well, at this point now, we can just take out Lysithea, and all of the threats on the map are gone. And you know, it's just a matter of...
You have my trust. Consider it done.
Of course.
We'll swim circles around them.
Baiting out Mirabilis. Now, she won't attack anybody but Lawrence because, well, she gets killed by everybody else, basically. Oh, God. He is such an odd unit. His lines and everything. It's horrible. Hey, Mickey. So yeah, that's my clear. Again, broad thoughts. Assists. Really consider your assists. Consider the order in which you want your units to move. You have a decent Thrasher. She wants that merge to get rid of that HP Bane, obviously. Alm is rough. That's rough luck. I'm sorry, but I don't think you should run him. He's too slow, frankly. If you're going to use him, just give him something other than chill speed. Give him like Swift Sparrow 2 or something like that. Eliwood, yeah, again, he's a ruse bot on this map. You can avoid him. I mean, you can generally speaking avoid him by just baiting from behind the wall. Now, is it smart with a Lysithea? Usually not, but if you have a blue tank, you can tank her for sure. And then Alm doesn't really pose a threat because he just doesn't have the damage output. So to the extent you have the right setup, you can definitely tank behind. And then he's doing nothing other than rusing. And I mean, if you want a ruse bot, it's fine. I won't say it's wrong. Like the ruse had, when I was just loosely testing around, it did trip me up once or twice. So it does do work since it adds debuffs and that helps Thrasier and all kinds of stuff. And it also makes it harder to kill your units since I can't proc specials, and also my attack and speed are debuffed. But you know, generally, this is just a very neutered Eliwood. And is his damage output high on that first hit? Sort of. Yes, because he's getting an effective plus, what is that, 16? But I don't know. I really don't know. You need the double, really. And he's not doing that. Mirabilis, visible, you know I don't like visible buffs. I'm sure you are considering your options there. I think you said something about that, about the C slot and having it, and maybe you should use something else. And yeah, I definitely recommend it, and I would recommend getting rid of IOTs. She's a support unit. She's in a position where she's not going to get sniped, and she's not doing damage anyhow. So she doesn't need protecting from damage. Like, give her a support skill. It could be drive, it could be aerobatics, it could be guidance, it can be all kinds of things, right? Give her something so that she has an added utility as a support unit rather than as a survivability, because her survivability isn't her selling point in my opinion. It's her support. So make her a better support. Lysithea, I would take off the assist. Personally, I mean, drawback is the best of the movement assist you can give her because you want her in the back, for sure. But you really ideally want Lysithea to move first into empty space so that she can then be danced by either of the two dancers and then attack the back line. And you're preventing that by giving her an assist skill, which makes her move last. So that if I'm in range of the dancer and I can bait them, as you saw in that second clear, I can actually just, I can bait them. Because I know that Lysithea moves last. And that's a big liability. A Thrasier here, baitable. Or rather, snipeable. I did play around, but you can actually also bait her here. And then again, because Lysithea has a movement assist, she moves last, and so she can't attack there, and that's possible too. So there's many sort of gaps that emerge just due to your assist skills being chosen so that the movement order is kind of odd as an ideally functioning defense team. So that's something I would definitely play around with and consider is who do you want to move first? Or who do you want as a unit to move first on your defense map so that they can get danced? Further notice regarding Eliwood, as you saw on that one clear, the second one, Eliwood's biggest disadvantage here as a cav unit in this mix setup is that since he is on the front line, right, and just as a reminder that what mine looks like, oh god, not this one, the dark one, right. Now, it's a bit different here for the simple reason that my cav unit is in the back. He doesn't have an assist, so he moves first always, right? But he can move only here. So he's within a dancer's range on either side. You can isolate her or her, but both of them can reach Roy, and then he can get danced and hit all the way to the back almost, right? So him being a cav in a mixed setup isn't a problem, whereas for you, it is a problem because he's in the front. So he'll run away outside of the dancer's range, and then he'll, most of the time, actually block your ranged unit's attack. Especially if the offensive player can read that movement, which is pretty easy on this map, honestly. And yeah, so those are like some of my main concerns. I'm not sure you want him. Eliwood, I'm not sure you want him. Change Mirabilis' kit so that she's more of a support. Azura is fine in my opinion. And assists, right? Consider, what do you want them to do? And yeah, is that all? I think it is. I probably should add one last thing. If you remember my tank setup, I put Echidna here. The reason should be obvious. If I do it here, the ruse doesn't hit me. And that's another thing to note, right? You would think, oh, the ruse protects, right? Because even though he has the speed bane, at least he gets the ruse off if you try to bait him. But I mean, I can bait him here. Nothing's stopping me. And if I do bait him there, then the ruse, which would activate due to Thrasir's rally speed, doesn't activate. And then I can just take out 2 of your units. And that's exactly what you saw with Echidna, right? Eliwood came in, he was taken out, and then Thrasir came in, and considering I have no debuff, killing a tent doesn't hit, and I easily double her, and from there on out, I'm pretty safe. So yeah, I hope that my replays also give you something in terms of some kind of feedback that maybe I didn't give explicitly, and I hope that was helpful. And yeah, I'll try to maybe, there's one more person that asked me for a defense replay, or a mock battle, rather. Defense replay, gosh, my mind is somewhere else. And I'll get to that as soon as I can. I do have a bit more time now to maybe do something like this 1 hour a day, maybe roundabout. And I do hope to get to some more mock battles. If you do want me to test your defenses, do join the Discord. As always, I will add a link to the description below. And I will see you guys in there then. Until the next video, hope you guys are well, hope your AR week is going well, and I will see you then. Take care, bye.